All right, church family, welcome to the Commons Post-Service Show. My name is Tony Murrow, if you don't know me, and I am joined today by my friend and fellow pastor, Greg Goforth. Say hello.
Hey, Tony. Hey, everybody.
If you're just joining us and you're wondering why do we have Greg Goforth in here, it's because today is Greg's last Sunday on staff as a pastor at Change Point. You are moving on to a new thing. So first question, what are you guys doing?
Oh, man, it's just it's such a bittersweet thing. We're excited. Oh, my goodness, we're sad we're leaving today. But we are super excited. We are moving to Boone, North Carolina. So Appalachian State is in Boone, North Carolina, and my wife Julie and I met there back in the day, 28 years ago, Tony Murrow. That's a while.
I accidentally said Appalachian State this week, and I was quickly corrected.
Oh, goodness.
Quickly corrected.
Be
Anyway,
careful. Yeah.
That's where you met.
We met at Appalachian State, yep. And we attended Mount Vernon Baptist Church. That was our church in college. And it's just a crazy, awesome thing that the Lord has done. But we are returning to Mount Vernon. That's the place where God called me to ministry. And we began to do ministry together. And so we're gonna go back and get to be with that.
Your church from college.
Yeah.
Your church. You're going back to your church from college in Boone, North Carolina. So is this church on campus, off campus? Is there a relationship between the church and the college? What's that situation?
So it's just a really cool thing. Mount Vernon is not on campus at App State, but there has been a long-standing, sort of unofficial connection to the school. Ministry and encouragement, and especially, next generation college students coming to worship. But, as Julie and I attended there, it was so much more than attending church. Like, this was a family that got around us and realized, hey, you're sort of crossing this this point of no return. Like, life is ahead of you, and that church family just poured into us like you just wouldn't believe. And they're still all about that. That's a cool thing.
That is a cool thing.
Yeah.
So how did this all come to be? Were you like hanging out on Indeed, putting things out there, like checking out your old church from college? Like, hey, I wonder what they're doing.
I wonder what they're doing.
Yeah, what happened? How did this happen?
No. So the short answer is we weren't looking for any kind of change. People have asked us over the years that we've been here at Change Point, a little over 7 years, and people have said, hey, we're so glad you're here. Like, do you see yourself staying here a long time? A lot of people have known that our daughter Caroline she just graduated high school, and people have said, hey, you know what? We know that, the nest is empty now, or about to be. What are y'all going to do? You going to stay here? And our answer has been, yes, we're going to stay here. We're here until the Lord does something else. And the Lord did something else. And he began doing that in February, and we reconnected with Mount Vernon through a need that they had, which was they were looking for a worship pastor there, and so they reached out and said, hey, who do you know? And anyway, I guess long story short, we ended up realizing God was opening that door to us, and here we are.
It's pretty exciting.
It is really exciting.
So you're going to be worship pastoring. Is it going to be pretty similar to what you're doing here at Change Point?
Yep.
Or are there going to be other elements? Will you have the opportunity to partner with the school in any way? Like, what's that going to look like?
Yes, it's a very similar role to here. I'll be the worship pastor there, and I love what I'm going to get to do there, because it is working with musicians and team and the technical side of things. I get to be with that part of the leadership, and that's just what I love the most, and fired up for that.
Well, if you saw the worship team today, it seems that college-age adults like working with you anyhow.
Oh.
And we're not near a university campus necessarily right here, so I think that's good. Those who know you will detect just a hint of an accent, and it could be North Carolina. How far is this from home for you?
So that's a great question. So one of the cool things about this is it's very close to where I grew up. So my parents still live in Shelby, and Shelby is an hour 45 from Boone, and Julie's mom and dad are a little over 3 hours away.
Driving.
driving. Yep.
Okay, so this is you can head over there for Thanksgiving.
Hop
you
in the
can,
car.
You can drop by and do things. That's good.
Yep.
That's good. What do you want to see God do as you guys kind of make this transition? Like, what do you want to see Him? I mean, He led you here. He led you to Alaska, which was a crazy move, and now He's leading you out. And what do you want to see Him do with this next stage?
There's so many things, Tony. So, that said, I think one of the things that I would love to see the Lord do, at this stage of of our life and Julie and my marriage and just our influence and getting to be a part of God's church and the team that is reaching people and wanting to reach people is we want to see the next generation. I don't know, sometimes I've heard people be critical of that title, the next generation, and I get it. It's not that we're waiting on something, we're waiting on the next generation, but they're kind of the now generation. But it's this generation of Jesus-loving people that they're younger than me. They are, college age, high school. I want to see that part, that age group get called out and just be put into the thing and become part of the leading of God's people. And that's already going on at Mount Vernon. That's a cool thing. It's happening here. And we just want to be a part of that.
Well, you already have a connection to that age range. How old is Jackson, your oldest?
Jackson is 22.
22, and Caroline is?
Caroline's 18.
Okay, so like the 18 to 20 is literally the college age.
Yeah.
It's probably not a coincidence that you're feeling passion toward toward that age group. So speaking of Caroline, where's she going to be going to school?
Oh my goodness, check this out. Here's a cool little thing. So Caroline is going to Appalachian State.
Which is the college that we are partnering with here. Okay, so
Yes.
And now I think all important question here, and be honest, remember you are a minister.
Yeah.
How does Caroline feel about her parents following her 6,000 miles
Oh, my goodness.
to her college town?
Caroline, my sweet girl, she is such a good sport about this thing. So originally, I can't speak for her. So Caroline, sorry if you're watching this.
We'll grab her in. Grab her from the comments.
Honestly, I think when we first, so the first time that Julie and I met with the search team at Mount Vernon was actually on a trip. I was with Caroline on a trip to App State for her to visit the college, and just this cool thing. Like we were ready to go, tickets, and while we were there. Or just before we went, we realized, hey, Mount Vernon has this need, and they said, hey, would you meet with us? So Julie and I did, and at first, I think Caroline was like, wait, what? You're doing what? You're following me to school? And we're like, yes, we think we might be. And she is just, I think, Caroline, sweetie, I can't speak for you, but I think you're excited about this now because, we're all doing this together. We're making this move together. And Julie and I have kind of joked with her. She knows we're kidding, but we've kind of joked with her that, Friday night we're going to show up outside her dorm window with a plate of brownies going, Caroline, bring your roommates down. We got brownies. And anyway, it's just a joke in our family now. But of course, we're not going to do that. She's taking a step toward school and independence, and she's ready for that.
Well, if anybody that I know can have healthy boundaries with their kids, it's you, Greg. So I think if that's in place, it's really nice sometimes to be able to come off campus and go home and get some brownies from Mama if you want to.
Do your laundry at our house for free.
Yeah, it's exciting to move 6,000 miles away when you're 18 and wanting to get out. But by the time you're 19, you're like, man, Mom and Dad had a washer and dryer in the house. Like, how rich were those people? Anyway.
Yeah.
So, you've been at Change Point now 7.5 years, and you've been in Alaska 9 years?
Almost 9. Yep.
Almost 9 years. What has God shown you, taking you so far out of your kind of region of origin and into the great white north? What has God shown you during this season of ministry, almost this decade of ministry up here in Alaska?
Well, he's shown us that flexibility is a valuable thing, and one of the things I think the Lord is trying to teach me is that my, what I sometimes think is my, put together little plan may not be how he wants to work. And so he has adjusted my reality and my thinking multiple times since we moved to Alaska, and that is a very good thing. I love our ministry context in Alaska, and I love the ministry context in the Deep South. They don't feel the same. They are different kinds of contexts, and they are ministry contexts in which the Lord is clearly working. And so it is bittersweet to be stepping away from this one and into another one. But we're absolutely certain God is leading us to do this. And Mount Vernon, we were pumped for that first day to get to be with you guys.
Well, people don't know this, but you and I have adjacent offices.
Yes,
so
we do.
The last 5 years, we've been kind of roomies, shared a wall.
Office neighbors, roomies.
And just getting to hear this story, the Spirit confirms in my spirit what you're saying, that the Lord is clearly leading you guys, even if I don't like what He's doing. So over the last 7 years here, you have really had a focus of developing a culture of worship among our church family. What things would you want to make sure that our church family remembers just about worship or about this thing, the church service that we do? What do you want to make sure they hold on to?
Keep on making much of Jesus. I mean, I think our sort of unofficial, sort of scriptural mantra has been Psalm 115:1. That says, "Not to us, O Lord, not to us, but to your name be the glory because of your love and your faithfulness." And, that motivation never goes away because his faithfulness and his love are unchanging, unfailing. And so based on the fact that that's never going to change, then it's never ours. There's never some part of this thing that we do together that's glory for us or some pat on the back. And I'm thankful for a technical production team and a worship team like, oh my goodness, that family that we've been a privilege to have been a part of believes that, like they live that, they lead out of that motivation that, this is not ours, like this is yours, Jesus. So I would just say, keep doing that, and like they're going to keep doing that.
They are.
They don't need me to tell them. Like
they're pretty
motivated.
sold out at this point.
Yeah, they're motivated on their own. That's awesome.
Well, so what does the transition plan look like for you? Have you sold your house? Have you sold your car? Are you flying down? Are you driving down? What are you doing?
Thank you for asking. So we're going to fly down, and likely, so we'll be in town this week, and then probably a week from Thursday or Friday, we'll be flying out, and Lord willing. So our house went on the market on Friday, and there's already significant interest there, so that's a good thing.
I've heard the real estate market in Anchorage is pretty robust at the moment.
It's pretty healthy right now. Suffice it to say.
So is market. All right.
Yes. So that's kind of our plan right now. So probably yard sale. Truck is sold. Not exactly what we're doing with our car, but anyway.
I'm pretty sure you can fly whatever discount airline you like, because so many people are going to be praying for safe travels for you. That you could take a unicycle down and be just fine.
We'll be covered in prayer.
So we're short of time. Is there anything else that you would say to our church family that I didn't set you up for?
Oh, we love you. We love you, and when you're in North Carolina, you got to come see us. You got to come worship with us at Mount Vernon.
Are there any particular foods that you're looking forward to having access to?
Nah, we're getting to the good stuff. So, oh my goodness. So there is this North Carolina delicacy. Get ready. It's called liver mush, and it'll change your life. If your first bite of liver mush, Tony Murrow, it'll change you, bud.
Is it made of liver?
Yes, it has that in it.
Okay.
And other mysterious things that I don't really want to know about.
All right.
But I grew up eating that, so yeah, liver mush. Sundrop is the best soft drink ever made, in my humble opinion. You got to get some Sundrop while you're down there, and Bojangles is just some good chicken. So
all those things.
Come see us, and we'll just hook you up.
I think we need to do a Commons live from Mount Vernon. I
come
think that's just, it needs to happen.
Bound to happen.
I'll stick that in next year's ministry budget. We'll see if that gets rejected. See if that gets rejected. Well, Greg, I know that I speak on behalf of the chat because they're talking, and all the people of Change Point and the pastors and the community of faith here when I say thank you so much to your entire family for 7 years of ministry, of service, of community, of leadership, and it has your entire family, the whole Goforth family has been a tremendous blessing to the Change Point community over the last 7 years, and you will be prayed for and missed.
Well, you guys will be prayed for and missed, and church family, like you are a blessing to us, and you have been, and we thank you. We love you.
Well, thank you, Greg, and thank you, Change Point family. God bless you. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday.